from COVID time, I'm saying $400,000, $500,000 months. You know,
Absolutely.
Some people like, and that's what we said. Some people that take them 10 years to make.
How do I go out, pick the right person who's skilled enough, but also disciplined enough to see the vision? I'm gonna tell you this right now, you're going to waste a lot of time and money, and you're gonna lose way more money than if you were to just delegate. Before, that was the hardest part about business, is coming up with the damn name, bro. Like, I've started so many businesses and the name has always been the
Hey, that killed
thing.
a lot of people watching this. They about to be like, I got the same thing, man. I'm still thinking about my name right now.
That excuse is now being eliminated because of this one tool.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World and Vision. And as y'all know, we back on the Activate Your Vision podcast. Hey, we gonna be this is just gonna be a lot of gems, a lot of game. We are on a podcast tour right now in Atlanta. So these videos y'all seeing, we have literally scheduled these things. We purposely have brought people on this channel because we want to give you guys the best resources possible. So today we got Dontez Akram, the real Tez, some of y'all may know him as, and he gonna come over here and explain to you how you can use AI technology to explode your clothing brand. Like, so you have no excuses about you can't create copyrights, you can't find the right names, you can't create designs. You have no excuse right now because technology is being revolutionized, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. So just before we even get into it, can you just, reintroduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you do, and about your brand?
For sure. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dontez Akram, aka the real Tez, CEO of One Love Clothing. Always rocking my stuff. The Akram Foundation, Limitless Investments, Snack a Home. We got a couple different businesses going on. But I've been in the clothing brand space 4.5 years, going on 5 years soon. I've been in the AI space for probably like 6-7 months as far as studying goes. But when it came to like me really understanding what the capabilities were behind AI, like I immediately just started studying 4 to 6 hours a day. So like right now, every day when I wake up, AI videos, studying AI, certificates from like courses that I'm taking from like Google and stuff like that. So like, I'm just doing a lot of research on, how I can do more with AI.
Wow. So I got a question. What has been like one of those like aha moments you had with AI that you was like, this is just like mind blowing right here, and this is gonna definitely step my game up to the next level?
Honestly, man, it's too many of those moments. I think I still have them to this day. There's just a bunch of different things, for example, like deep fakes. You can take your entire face and just take a picture of your face and have it speak. So you can give it words and it'll start talking for you. So like if I wanted to make a digital product or something like that, I ain't even got to put my face in it no more. I can literally take a picture and put whatever copy or whatever words I want and it can speak for me.
Wow.
Or an example of that is like, there's a lot of people doing that right now on TikTok, building TikTok pages, because it's like you can now optimize the algorithm to the T by having typed words instead of human error, where you go in and you speak and then you messing up and things like that. More of that stuff. Now you can go right with the algorithm. So it's a lot of different things, but I think with my brand, when I realized I could automate everything, I could start firing certain people that I shouldn't be paying as much, because there's something that's smarter and more accurate that can do the job even better.
And let's talk about that, because not to say where we want to like let somebody go, but talk about how business, you have to move more effectively, and how like the technology is just allowing you to just be that faster, that ahead of the market.
Yeah, bro. I think one of the biggest things I learned about business is like, everybody not gonna go to the top with you. You know what I mean? And, a lot of the people you started off with, not even gonna probably make it past the first year with you. So it's one of those harder things, especially for the clothing brand owners out there who understand, you build this brand, year 2-3 years go in, and then it's like, wow, or this person just doesn't work best for the business. And what I think of is like, when you don't have enough grace for yourself to understand how important this brand is, you tend to let people stay around because you built a relationship with them. And what happens is now the business suffers because of your human emotions for another person. And, I had to learn, like, sometimes you got to subtract yourself from all of it and ask yourself, like, will my business continue to thrive if this person stays on the team? If not, then I'm sorry, I gotta do what I gotta do, because at the end of the day, this business it's gonna provide for everybody. So it's like, I gotta make sure that it's gonna continue to provide.
Right. And a lot of people don't know that we actually like have hired probably over 300 people now. The last time I checked was about 3 to 4 months ago, and we have hired over 250 people.
It's crazy, bro.
And let me not say, we have moved on from 250 people.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So like a lot of people always talking about finding good people. Like you have to try. A lot of it sometimes is just you just said you get comfortable with somebody and you don't want to try somebody else because in your mind you're like, oh, I know this person going to steal my money or this person gonna mess over me. And that's the mentality that we have. But McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, big companies hire people that they don't know every day.
Absolutely.
The founders of these companies are dead now.
Yeah, facts.
So they have like systems that's in play that find the best people that fit what they have going. Mm-hmm. And so you can't allow like your circumstances or your mindset to allow you to not either hire or move on from people. Right. And not even allow you, now we're talking about AI, now allow you the opportunity to maybe utilize artificial intelligence to continue to grow your brand. Absolutely. So it's very, very like important to just understand the space, right, and how to operate that space. So let's even talk about operating in that space. Like, what was it like for you when you first got into the clothing brand space to what the clothing brand space looks like now, and how has it actually changed? Because when we started, there wasn't no internet. Right. We got online in 2000. Well, I'm not gonna say there wasn't internet, but we wasn't doing online. We got online in 2014, right, using Big Cartel. Yeah. Transferred to Shopify in 2000. Maybe 18, I want to say, maybe 17, kind of transferred when we got to college. And that's when the online space, I feel like, started to really blossom and grow. And then everybody saw COVID. Yeah. If you was online, everything was going up. Yeah. So, like, how has it, started for you to, like, where it is now?
So, I started in 2018, to be honest. Like, I was selling do-rags with my do-rag brand, Snagger Rag. And, I think at that time I was realizing like the power of the internet, like and Instagram and like being able to get sales. Cause at that point I was thinking like I was young, I was 18, just had a kid. So for me, it was like, I need to figure out another way to make money. Cause I ain't trying to go out and do what everybody else doing, which is like a regular system. I just didn't believe in doing that. And it's perfectly fine, but that wasn't what I wanted for myself. And when I first got started in the game, it wasn't really no courses out there to buy for like how to build your brand. There was no person that was like really going crazy with their brand. So it was like when I got started, it was probably like around the same time y'all got started, where it was probably people eating. I just didn't know about it. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking for it. I was just head down putting it into the brand. And in like 2019, 2020, that's when we started One Love. And I gave my daughter 50% ownership out the gate because I scaled my do-rag brand. I'm like, all right, well, I want to start something where she can have some ownership in it. And, when she get older, she'll have some responsibilities inside of a business. And that way she ain't got to work that system, automatically right off the gate. So we started, I took all of my systems that I learned from do-rags and I put it into the clothing brand. We did it took us like 15 months to get the do-rag brand to 6 figures. It took us 5 months to get the clothing brand to 6 figures. So it was like I took everything that I learned and I reapplied it. So we did pre-order methods starting out. We hit our first 5-figure day off of a 72-hour pre-order, or first 5 figures in the first 72 hours of us starting a brand. Wow. And it was just a monumental like mind shifter. It was like, dang, this is actually possible to make this type of money. Cause like I used to work at factories, sell cars and stuff. So it was like, to make that type of money, it took a month or two. So now I can make
2 years for some people.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it was like, I can make that in a couple days. Bet. So then we just started really like focusing and locking in on the brand. Now with the brand, we going back to like a 3PL warehouse. The brand is still thriving. Like we just doing a bunch of different drops. I think one of the biggest things is that I had kind of let off the gas on the brand, and it kind of messed with my perception of how I viewed clothing. Cause I was like, dang, do I really want to do this? Cause I was doing so many other things. I do like stocks and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm more focused on that stuff. And then the brand started suffering. I'm like, no, bro, I can't let the brand like fall apart. But I think a lot of people just not transparent. You know what I mean? Like people act like they get on social media, they act like everything's great. These numbers are constant. It's not like that. I have bad months too. There's months where we may have like, I don't even know. It's just bad sales to me. Bad sales to me is different. What you're used to. Yeah, because I'm what I'm used to. So,
and there's a difference because I understand. Yeah. Like literally from COVID time, I'm saying $400,000, $500,000 months.
Absolutely.
Some people and that's what we said. Some people that take them 10 years to make. Yeah. $500,000, and we was doing that in 1 month with our brand. And like, you know, to even tell people that sometimes it's hard for them to even picture it. Like, you know, $500. We were shipping out 700 to to 1,000 orders a day.
Yeah.
Like we had systems. And that wasn't even reaching our full capacity. Like we could ship out 2,000, 2,500 orders a day, and we could have kept going because we had systems to hire. But it's not about that though. And like what I'm hearing from you is really about those skills that you build to continue to do those marks every single day. So what are some of those key skills that you feel like when you start your brand, you need to focus on these 3 skills right here?
I mean, for me personally, like I started off from like, I was every person within the business, right? So every component within the business, I was every single one of those people at the same exact time. So I was taking off my hat, shipping out the orders, taking off this hat, running the ads, taking off this hat, marketing now, like I was doing everything. And I think first skill set you got to have is you got to be versatile. Like you got to be like a chameleon to the game. You got to be able to switch, on the fly. So I had to learn how to do that. And it's not something easy. It takes you honestly, your first 2 years, you're going to be learning that. And then I'll probably say after your brand take off, depending on how fast the brand take off, the next thing is you need to learn how to hire people. How do I go out, pick the right person who's skilled enough, but also disciplined enough to see the vision? And, that's why I commend y'all a lot, being able to bring people in, have your own culture, people stick to the culture, and then following through with it. So I think that would be the second thing is learning how to hire. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to hire because they try to keep all the money in their pocket. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're going to waste a lot of time and money, and you're going to lose way more money than if you were to just delegate. So I would say second thing is learn how to delegate.
Delegate and elevate. That's
exactly. That's it. And then last I would say is like, you know what I'm saying, the really more important is like discipline. You know what I mean? Like with your finances for sure. Because like with the brands, for me, luckily I took everything I was making and I reinvested into the brand, or I put it in stocks. So my money grew, but I watched a lot of people who were thriving like go broke afterwards, and they were like doing bigger numbers than me. And it was an eye opener for me, because it was like, if you're not disciplined with the money, the easiest thing to do is make the money. Your problem is probably not going to be making the money after 2-3 years. Your biggest problem is going to be keeping the money. You're going to be like, man, we made $500K this month, but like I only see 50.
Yep.
Where's the other 450?
And from a person who doesn't run a brand, that's even harder to think about, because they don't understand that when you just get your brand out, we already cost you 50% is probably gonna be for merch.
Oh, absolutely.
Like whatever, 500K, we got $250,000 now.
Yeah.
We say when you first starting off, to really expand your brand in an area, you probably gonna have to spend 15 on the low end, 10 on the low end, 20 on the high end in marketing.
Yeah.
So that's 70% going right there.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
10% on taxes.
Yeah. 30% for real. That's crazy.
But that's at the bottom end.
Yeah.
So you had 80% right there. You got 20% left, and we're not even talking about hiring. We're not even talking about paying for materials. And in reality though, these bigger companies, they only make 3% bottom line.
Facts.
But they're doing billions of dollars. So that's still billions of dollars bottom line for them.
Yeah.
So when you start in your business, it's definitely, you have to do your due diligence and learning how to manage those finances. That is very important. Yeah. They have softwares like QuickBooks, all right? Mm-hmm. We utilize QuickBooks, and what QuickBooks is going to allow you to do is create financial statements for yourself. You have to have financial statements, and financial statements are going to be profit and loss and balance sheet, all right? Profit and loss statement is going to tell you your gross. It's going to tell you how much your cost of goods is. It's going to tell you how much you spent. It's going to show you what your net profit is. Like when I ask you how much money your business make, you should be able to like say that, or you should be able to go pull it up if you don't know it on top of your head. And that's what this type of software is going to do for you. So if you need help with QuickBooks, we're going to put some type of link in here because finance is important. Yeah. Like it's literally is that building block or that foundation to keep growing your brand.
100%.
Because you in it to make the money. So you have to understand where every dollar is going. Mm-hmm. But we just want to spin it back to this AI, man. ChatGPT. Talk to me about it. Like how is it revolutionized, just the game, and how can people that's watching this podcast right now apply that to their brand?
Absolutely. So, a lot of ChatGPT is about language models, algorithms, data. So having the capabilities, if I like, this is how I kind of like to explain it to people in a more simple way, because I could explain it very, very difficult way and you wouldn't really understand. But I would say the best way to put it is, let's say me and you could use 100% of our brain. Right now, we can only use less than 10%. So if you could use 100% of your brain, but consume everything within the internet, within the world, and then be able to spit out answers immediately from a question, that's basically what ChatGPT is. So it's basically conjuring up data, algorithms. It's basically computer science where you're able to collect all this information and data, and it's primarily focused around inputs and outputs. So whatever question you give it, the capability to have high reasoning and giving you the right answer, but also giving you step-by-step things to do, or resources, or, you know, being able to cite certain people if, you know, you needed something for a paper. So like for clothing brand owners, you know, what I realize is you can automate a lot of things that you would normally take a lot of brain power to do. So like even with emails, like we don't send our emails no more, right? So like we have somebody who's trained in ChatGPT. We basically have them go in and write the emails for every single holiday. If we having a sale or something, new drop, all of that stuff, they write all of the emails out. They get the job done in like 5-10 minutes. I don't have to pay them as much. They schedule it out on Klaviyo, email go out, sales come in. So it's like, it's a lot easier of a system as opposed to me paying a copywriter who's experienced.
Or you thinking about it.
Because
that was the thing.
You can do it yourself now.
Yeah.
So it's like a superpower to like, especially like new business owners. And it ain't even just got to be just clothing. It could be anything. It's like a superpower where like these things that these companies have that we don't have, we now have on our side. Right. Now, how you utilize it is going to be whether or not, you know, you get the results. Yeah. But I think really the big thing is like ChatGPT is definitely monumental. And if people not using it right now,
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all from these gems, but I gotta make a quick announcement. If you don't know already, we have a monthly workshop we do every month. So go ahead on and click the link in the description to figure out when that next workshop is. On day one, we're gonna cover design. So we're gonna be showing you how we actually create winning designs from our brand and how we have been able to make over $10,000 per drop from these designs. Day two, marketing. That's gonna be Facebook ads, optimizing your Shopify website. Day three, that's going to be scaling up with pop-up shops and turning it into locations. You don't want to miss it. Like I said, go ahead on and see that link in the description. But let's get back into the video.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, this is straight gems we giving right now. So you need, if you better have your notepad, you better been taking some notes. All right, we need you to make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, run us up. 80K is approaching, and we're gonna be giving a lucky subscriber 100 free T-shirts. All right, but let's get back into it. I got a few more questions before we get out here. All right, so basically what I'm hearing is you can utilize chat. We call it chat for short. We can utilize chat, and you can create these product descriptions, or you could create the text that you're gonna send out in your SMS campaign.
Yeah,
and it's gonna allow you to now almost write as if you was at Harvard.
Yeah,
so think about this. You could be 13 years old now.
Yeah, 100%.
Or you could be 75 years old.
Yeah.
And you can go to chat and ask it the direct questions that you need. I even heard you say a process like, hey, how do I do a photo shoot?
Yeah.
It's that smart that is analyzing the whole internet, analyzing the whole market, and giving you the best answers possible to create the best brand possible. So it's no reason that you don't know what to do.
Yeah, facts. I think it's just very unique. You know what I'm saying? Like if I said if I told it like, I want to start a clothing brand with $150. It'll give me exactly what to do with the $150. And then you go even more in depth. So it's like, okay, they give you step 1 through 10, but you got a question on step 3. Where now you say, go even more in depth and go a layer deeper on the step number 3. Then it gives you the information. And you can do that for each and every step. So it's like being able to get more information, and you can say, hey, explain it in a way where a 12-year-old understands it. Because if you don't understand what it told you, now you can comprehend it in better ways if you were to break it down in a younger age range for it to explain. So it's like, it's a lot of different things that you can do with AI. And it's like, you know, I had a YouTube video that I did today where it was like how to even start an e-commerce business. And I was going through it like, because I've already done it multiple times, but I was going through it as if I was a beginner again. And, you know, I told her, I said, yo, I want to start a clothing brand, an e-commerce business, and I have less than $1,000. Cool. All right, I need a logo. I need a business name. Boom, gave me a business name, Royal Days. I was like, oh, that's a dope name. Like Royal Days, that's crazy. I'm like, why isn't that out there, right? So boom, took the name. Then I said,
gave you the name.
Chat gave me the name, and I looked it up, and it wasn't on nowhere else. So I said, what? I can trademark this. I can put an LLC on this. It's mine now. before that was the hardest part about business is coming up with the damn name, bro. Like I've started so many businesses and the name has always been the
Hey, that
one
killed
thing.
a lot of people watching this. They about to be like, hey, I got the same thing, man. I'm still thinking about my name right now.
Bro, but it's like that excuse is now being eliminated because it is one tool. So it's like it gave me the name, then I said I need a slogan. Now it was like embracing the royalty within and setting a legacy. So I'm like, damn, that's a crazy slogan. Now when you pitching your brand, you have a slogan behind it. Then I told it, yo, I need a logo. So it gave me like a Herald Crescent or some crazy logo. It gave me the name. I took it and I went to another AI tool. So I went to Microsoft Bing.
Microsoft Bing.
Yeah.
All right, tell us what that is.
So Microsoft Bing, you can insert text and it'll give you image generator, or it's an image generator. So basically you insert text, it'll give you an image. So I said, give me a shirt for this brand, Royal Days, using this logo that I got from ChatGPT. Gave me it instantly, like literally within 30 seconds, I had a full-blown logo that was better than 90% of people's brands. So I said, wow. And then I explained in the video, okay, well now you take this logo, you put it on the tracksuit, you put it on the pants of the tracksuit, you do a pre-order, you get the item in. Item comes in, you do a photo shoot with it, or you send it to somebody to take some pictures. You post it on your Shopify, free themes on Shopify, so you ain't really gotta spend no money out of pocket. And all the ideas and stuff like that, you get done within 10, 15 minutes, or you take a full weekend, you can have a full-blown business ready to go. Then you launch a pre-order. If you don't got no followers, yo, go ask ChatGPT, how can I start growing my social media?
Go ask Chat, whatever you want to know at this point, right?
Facts, yeah, no, so like even for us, like we've automated a lot of things, like holidays, right? Like I had one guy sit down over one weekend and I told him I want every holiday scheduled out throughout the entire year. So basically now what it was able to do is he went in, he said, take on the role of an expert copywriter. So now the chat is now taking that role. All right, I am a copywriter. I am an expert at this. Write me a 400-word email for Valentine's Day promoting my product. Now it wrote the whole email, gave me the discount. All he had to do was take it, copy and paste it in Klaviyo, go to the date of Valentine's Day, schedule it for then, and then do a whole nother one just as a second one, and good.
Wow. That's crazy, bro. Like
So-
the power of just technology right now. And if you not and we talking about, we just got off it. We talking about stuff that's literally at the tip of your fingertips. It's on your phone. It's on your computer. You are always on your phone. But if you're not choosing to open up these type of applications instead of, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and not saying nothing wrong with that, but you have to continue to expand yourself and expand your knowledge. And there's so many resources out here to utilize to grow your brand. Is no excuse. We talked about it all the time. It's the mindset. So you have to have that mindset that you want to continue to get knowledge. You want to continue to grow your brand. You want to continue to accelerate your brand. We just gave you everything from chat to AI technology to the mindset to understanding that it's finances. Like we gave you everything in this podcast. So this one was action-packed. I hope y'all was taking some notes. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World and Vision, and we out, baby.